As you might have guessed, this is definitely not a late 80s or early 90s Corvette or that boxy old car that was mostly rust that I showed you. That's because I wanted to try to get a jump on another DLC. In this case, it's the Jaguar collection. Now, we've got ourselves four cars, with two here, two outside. Hang on. This is what's left of a Jaguar E-Type. Got the yeah, XJS, which, looks like it could use some work. We've got the F-Type, which is in okay shape. It's a lot better than the others, but still needs a little bit of work. This one, I think we're pretty much just going to touch things up. It's in mostly good condition. It's got some stuff that's not quite so great. So yeah. XJ220, and you got, like I said, the entire collection's here. We're going to be doing these over the next 4 episodes. So, we're going to start with this one. Like I said, the only thing I do with these before stream, after I buy them, is I clean them and put them somewhere. So, yeah, as you can see, this one's in a bit of a rough shape, but we're going to make her pretty again. And I way overpaid for these cars. I'm pretty damn sure, but that's fine. Makes for some good content. Even that little bit helped right there. That back. There really isn't that much in the way of remaining panels here, so we'll just grab what we can, including the license plate. Windshield. And don't have to worry about the front because, well, it's missing. Might just go ahead and add that onto the shopping list. That, I think, is it, because we're missing the doors as well. Alright. I don't know if we could fix any... Oh, we could fix a couple things. Like I said, she's gonna need a lot of work. Alright. Sorry about that. Probably gonna end up seeing a bit of a jump cut there because I managed to sneeze really hard. Anyway. That... Oh, need bumper. Get off there. Taillight. We're gonna need a new windshield because this is... Actually, we just picked up. That's okay. Alright, let's go ahead and buy stuff. We're already having fun trying to keep things straight here. Alright. So, shopping list. Good. Okay, got you. Front left door. Front right. Accidentally doubled up on the tail light where I realized my mistake. Thankfully, it's a minor one. We doubled up on the windshield too, apparently. Hang on, what? Don't need a license. We're not going to put an Australian license plate on it. Nothing against Australia, but... Alright. That's a big hood. We might try to keep it roughly the same color. Maybe like a dark metallic or something. Inventory's empty, so those. Right. The other headlight. All right. Get some custom plates on this thing, shall we? You are? Definitely want to do custom. There we go. And we're going to get two of them because we can put one front and back apparently. Right, so that should, yeah, body and frame are now 100%. I want to get her some wheels on her before we take her to paint. Plus I want to take care of the interior. Which, of course, I still have to do that to get to it, even though there's no there's no separation between us and the interior. That almost reminds me of when I was going to university, get my undergrad degree in computer science. I had a friend that I was taking classes with that him and his buddies, they fixed up a Triumph Spitfire. It had about this much room. The major difference here was that the gas tank was like right behind your head. You know, like you had these seats that were like, you felt like you were like an inch off the ground, right? And but you basically were. I mean, the car didn't have that big a ride height. These things don't, they hug the ground for a reason. And but it was still kind of cool to kind of sit in it, even though I'm like 5'11". I'm not exactly a skinny person by any stretch. But he let me sit in it, but didn't want to drive around in it. And I was like, dude, I completely understand. The thing is, it's a collector's item. You would take it out on the weekends, maybe, you know, take a lady friend out to dates with it or something. It wasn't like an everyday driver. And it was about almost the same color. Kind of a dark green. It did a really wonderful job with it. What am I doing here? There we go. Okay. Parts are the only thing that need to be taken care of. We are going to need to get 3 more wheels because they... Let's just say this car's missing a few parts. Get this off first. That one's we know is complete. This one, on the other hand, needs a caliper to put the wheel on. So we're going to go here, get a caliper. We're also going to need one of these. because otherwise it's going to bark at us. Okay. Both those are ready to take a wheel now. This one, I think, is missing several. Oh, yeah. That, and that, and that. And possibly that. We're going to have to partially reconstruct the suspension on these, which, again, not the end of the world. We could see it from here. Get another one of these since we're going to have to put a new caliper on. Yep. Bar and link. Thank you. I think we got that instead of the... Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Take this one piece at a time here. Cap. Front shock absorber spring cap. Thank you. And spring. We need a front spring. Thank you. Oh yeah, we're gonna need upper suspension arm because apparently I must have, yeah, I put it right on the bushing instead of the, yeah. Easy fix. Two for two on that today. I managed to actually somehow hit the thing inside the thing instead of the thing I was after. Perfectly fine. Oh yeah, we need to get that assembly put in, but let's get the rest of this installed first. Nope, 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 nope. Don't wanna fuck with the air filter just yet. In due time. Might as well get this inner tie rod on there so we can... That. I just think the stuff we're buying now is stuff we won't have to buy later. Don't want to put the tire on yet because I still want to do this. Or at least want to get it rolling on its own. Pretty sure this was... Yeah. Oh, this was an auction. I thought it was a barn find. Given an idea how long ago I found this. Where were we? Oh, right. Assembly mode. Oh, wait. Don't want to put the tires on just yet. What are you missing? Everything. Just about. I should have checked this before I went and ordered all that. That's right. We're going to need... Let's see. Hubcap. Outer tie rod. Both suspension arms, which means we're going to need a bunch of rubber bushings. We're going to need spring. We're going to need to build that assembly again. Yep. And oh, one of them is rear. We don't need the rear one. Let's get the rest of this put in, and then we'll go get the wishbone suspension part. put together. Go. Oh, we need the end link too. I was gonna be forgetting something. Right. Okay. Let's get that put together. On the plus side, we won't have to worry about this later. At least for the front, anyway. Right. Got that. Yep. That should be good to go there. So now we could get all the wheels on if we wanted to, once I get them. We're going to have to take that first one apart and see if we could salvage, or not salvage, repair the rim and then replace the tire. And then we'll get the rest of them ordered and get that part taken care of. Already looking better. Little bit by little bit. Cool. All right. So first order of business, let's get this old tire torn apart. It's 49%. We should be able to salvage that. Go fix that up real quick. There we go. And off to the rims shop. Rim E-Type. We're going to need 3 more, and these are, I forgot to see the size, 15s. Yep. Okay. Now we're going to go for tires. Right. Vintage tire B, 205/70. Oh, 70. There we go. We're going to need a full set. Double check, make sure we're on the correct size. 205/70 R15s. Looks good. Excellent. All right, let's get these put together. Get them on the car so we can get this off to paint. I really appreciate everybody watching all these videos, man. This has really helped the channel take off. I'm just still amazed at like how many views. Like, okay, so the most popular video right now, just to kind of let y'all know, is still the F350 build. And dude, seriously, thank you guys for that. I mean, that thing alone has probably close to 150 views right now. Like, it's just blowing everything else I have out of the water. I mean, it's just you guys are killing it. Can't thank you enough. I mean, all I'm doing is providing the content. Y'all are the ones that are making it happen. And if it hadn't been for, like I said, the channel taking off even as much as it has, you know, I probably wouldn't have bought all the rest of the DLCs. So now we're going to have a ton of good content to be able to add on here. And don't worry, for those who are looking forward to the Corvette clone and the little boxy, you know, Volvo looking car, we'll get to it eventually. We'll get to both. It's just right now I'm just kind of partially capitalizing on the momentum for the channel, and also wanting to uh, do another DLC, because the way I kind of figured it to do for this channel for like future content was, you know, get all the cars for a DLC if I can, and then do those, and then do like a few builds in between that are either theme builds or just non-DLC cars, just as kind of like a buffer between the DLCs. Because we've got a lot of DLCs to go through. Like a ton. Alright. Let's get this off to paint. Oh yeah. Looking so much nicer. She's got all her wheels this time. You saw her at the beginning. This thing was in sad shape, so okay. Let's see what magic we can do with this. Okay. You are somewhere out here. Oh hey, that blue looks nice. Oh dude. The only thing this is missing is the Union Jack. And we pretty much have a variation on that car that Austin Powers drove. I'm just like dead serious. You guys ever watch the movie where he's like driving down the road and it's like you're in that scene where it's basically like Tom Cruise playing Austin Powers. And he like jumps out of the car and shooting all the like the helicopter and stuff, and that, yeah. Come on. Doesn't take much of an imagination to see that. No liveries? Bastards. Not even striping. Okay then, I guess solid color it is. So it's not the end of the world. And yes, I could mod it, I suppose. No, we're not doing solid colors. I was saying doing it green, but I like this shade of blue on here, to be honest. Kind of digging it. It goes well with the taupe interior, which then again, taupe goes with everything. That's why most auto manufacturers use it. It's a neutral color. Yeah, open up the shiny prize and we've got our work cut out for us there. That engine looks like it's got a camo paint job. Not much trunk space, but then again, it's a sports car. Might be able to put an overnight case in there, who knows. But yeah. 51% part percentage, so we're... It's not the worst condition vehicle we've worked on in this series, but it's close, kind of. Alright, so back to Bay 1, I guess. Yeah, it's a pretty car. Let's get you over to Bay 1 so we can cherry pick the engine. Assuming this will let me. And it's also assuming I haven't already drained the fluids, which I haven't done. Which this one actually, despite the engine being, you know, rusty as shit, actually does look like it has an intact oil pan. So, yay. Actually, I had a fair bit of oil in it. Nice. Okay, so that part's gonna have to come off. That part's gonna have to come off. I'm gonna junk both of those. Okay, we're gonna ditch the drive shaft. Starter's probably still on. Yep. That's one of those sneaky buggers that tries to tuck the starter in next to the engine instead of it facing different direction. All right. So we got the fluids out. We got the exhaust disconnected. The only fluid reservoir bottle we have out in the engine compartment is the washer fluid. Everything else should be missing. I remember looking at it earlier. So, actually, before we do anything else, let me fix up the gearbox and the brush. Hell, might even be able to fix the starter. Hot damn. I'll save us a few bucks. Cool. Go ahead and get rid of those, because we're going to be replacing the entire exhaust system anyway. I think we're good. Just for completionist sake here, let's go ahead and drain that before we get too terribly far. I'm going to be replacing that anywho. I don't think we have... Oh. Do we have anything in here? Oh, we do. Not seeing anything resembling power steering in this car. Of course, it's old enough to might not... Oh yeah, it's definitely not even... It's not even an option. Although... I do want to get rid of that. Oh, hang on. I don't know if that's going to cause problems there or not when we try to cherry pick that out. Hopefully it won't. Nope, it's fine. I was worried that filter housing there, since it was sticking out the side there, was going to be a problem, but apparently not. Alright, let's move on. See if this will go on the engine stand. That's certainly a unique setup there. Okay. That's certainly an interesting way to get air into the system. Okay then. Let's start taking her apart, shall we? Oh, this is going to need clips on. Okay. That is a unique filter on that. Very cool. I guess we'll go... I guess we'll work our way towards the center. Definitely not your off-the-shelf 6-cylinder engine, that's for sure. Oh, yep, come on. There we go. One nice thing about these DLCs, you get to see different kinds of engines for a change. Because there for a while we were doing a lot of mostly generic looking V8s, and it's a bit of the occasional V12. It's kind of nice to be able to see a little bit of variety. I still thought it was pretty cool with that F350 build that, you know, I've seen the dual spark plugs on the cylinders. That was a first for me anyway. Then again, I'm not a I'm not a mechanic by trade, I'm a software engineer, but my experience with this stuff's kind of limited. So go ahead and get everything off the front while we're down here. Oh, hang on. Got clips for this too. Give me. Come on. There you go. You hold on by besides the caps. We'll get those while we're... Come on. Come on out. Thank you. Filter off. Actually, 1 second here. Get this stuff off here too. Since we just happen to see it. There. Now we can go back to doing this. Okay, got all that out of the way. Get that last cap. Alright, a couple more caps here and then we're good to go, I think. So to get that off, I need the cams. To get that, I need that. But where are we stuck here? Normally I don't have this kind of trouble. Oh, wait. Son of a... Fuck that part in particular. You know? Fuck that. Okay. Right. Keep that in mind for future reference, by the way, in case you run into that same problem that I do. I'm leaving all of that in. This was literally bullshit on a stick. One part, and you had to freaking, Nat's ass it through that opening in the top of the engine head like that. I'm leaving all that in. I'm not even going to edit it out. Fuck it. I do apologize, and I realize it's going to make for a less professional video. But I can't be the only one who did that very same thing going, how the frick do I do this? I figured something was up because I was, so I did that little bit of, searching off camera, and nobody was having issues, and I'm like, then it's gotta be me, and turns out it was. But that's because I was looking for one effing part that was hidden amongst a bunch of others that lit up green. But I figured it out. Saved the project, yay! Wouldn't be a scuffed rebuild if, didn't have some major hiccup, and that's certainly a new one. Okay, so back to here. We're going to fix that. I mean, like I said, you saw me. I was all ready to build a whole brand new spanking engine for this thing, and it wasn't letting me because it wanted me to create a new one, and I couldn't find the exact thing for it right away. Okay, back in business. Oh boy, that was not fun there. All right, let's get rid of all of this because we're going to be ordering all new stuff. That's a new one. Holy shit. I mean, I've goofed up enough times in this series, but holy shit, that's a new one. Anyway, on with the show. Alright, so we're gonna need something from the tune-up shop. Flywheel. I do apologize for all that too, by the way. But like I said, kind of a learning lesson for not just myself, but anybody else that plays this DLC. You're going to be hunting for a part in the front part of the engine that's not going to be, unless you know what to look for, you're going to be doing like I did and searching around for, 5-6 minutes, wasting everyone's time, or at least your own. Oh, good grief. But hey, at least I figured it out. No thanks to Google. Okay, so I did get the oil filter. So I got distracted there while I was shopping. 5 crankshaft bearing caps. I'm going to need rings. Okay. Piston rings. There we go. Hang on a second. Somebody keeps trying to ping me here. Yeah. Seems like everybody's trying to get a hold of me today. Professional recorder, YouTuber, streamer, whatever. Okay. I love how the air filter assembly is just floating out in the ether. Not being held on by a darn thing. Alright, let's get these bearing caps in. We're back on track, boys and girls. Had a little bit of a hiccup there. I might try to speed that part up where I'm actually searching for this stuff and trying to figure out what the hell the part is. Just, make it a little more professional-ish. Kind of. I don't know. I'll fuss with it later. That's the magic of YouTube. You can edit things however you want within reason. Okay. So let's get our rod caps ordered. Got the engine head, clutch plate, and I think we've got an air filter. Yep. Oh, and almost forgot the rotor for the distributor. Hop over to the tune-up shop. Let's see. Clutch plate, thank you. Air filter. That is a big ass air filter. Got a rotor, thank you. And an engine head for 10% performance. Nice. Okay. The rest of this should be standard parts. Actually, don't need those, so we just need that. Down here. Dude, that one part could have been a little more obvious. I'll be honest. That one little screw looking thing, whatever the hell it was. That was actually mildly infuriating. Hopefully the engines for the other Jaguars aren't quite so annoying in that respect. Oh, clutch plate. Right. That's, yeah. Got our spark plugs, camshaft, exhaust manifold. And that is a massive fucking carburetor, if I do say so myself. Alright, I think that's everything. Okay, let's go order. Assuming the, yeah, pressure plates definitely. Performance part, spark plugs, we need 6 of those. Camshafts. Exhaust manifold. Give us a nice little boost. That has a massive carburetor. Bracket, standard part, oil pan. Okay, distributor. We're gonna need... Actually, we'll get the clips later. And I get the... Oh, fuck's sake. Hang on. Car parts. And bracket. Get that exhaust manifold on. Carburetor. And what else we got? Anything? Oh, okay. Clutch pressure plate. Get that on there. think that's, yeah, that's everything from that round. Get the filter cover. I need 2 cam gears, and it looks like 2, 3, 4. So I need 8 camshaft caps. I almost missed that 3rd cam gear. I'm going to need clip B times 2. So, if there's anything performance here. Nope. Okay, so all these are standard parts, I guess. Release bearing. Cover A. 3 cam gears. 8 camshaft caps. 2 clip type Bs. Come on. There you go. Let's get these camshaft caps put back on. Remember what I said? I like, saying something about liking a challenge. This engine disassembly for this car seemed to be fitting the bill pretty good there. Where the parts are out in front where you can get to them, it's like that one little piece for this one that was just throwing me off. And I did have to pixel hunt a little bit. Right, okay. On the off chance that's a performance part, I don't think it is. Yeah, it's not. Okay. Figured it was worth a look. Okay, filter cover. Come on, get on there. Ain't got anything else? Nope. Timing chain sprocket. Good to go. Cam gears within cam gears. Can't just slam through these like I was doing on previous builds. Which is nice because it's forcing me to think for once. Instead of just going through it almost like muscle memory. Okay, have a bracket. Tiny bracket. Go. we get to the one part that pissed me off earlier. This motherfucker right here. The one that caused me to go searching around the interwebs for a solution, and I ended up literally just moving my mouse and seeing something turn green, and it was like, what the frick? But, you know, learn new stuff every day. If I remember correctly, this needed clips as well. I remember seeing those on the way in. B2... I know there's some performance parts. We're going to get rid of those first. Okay, there's an alternator. I think the head covers, yeah, the head covers are not. The rest of this is all standard parts. Crankshaft pulley. Water pump. Head cover B. Head cover A. Get the other one on. Anything else? Yes, we do. Right. Have wires and pulley. Got all the clutch stuff. Looks like everything else is mostly there. I think we just gotta do the stuff up front. And we're golden. And pulley's a standard part. The other one is performance. Of course it is. Nope, wrong store, Crunk. Fans good to go. I think that's it. Looks like she's good. Seen any grayed out parts? We're okay. Wow, that was actually a bit of a challenge. At least in terms of trying to find the one part that was tucked up in there and hard to find. I was expecting like the front of this to come off and be able to like just see it plain as day. Didn't expect to have to kind of, you know, go through the top of it and be able to fish that one part out. I mean, if you're an engineer or a mechanic, you've seen stuff like this before, it's probably second nature, but for a non-car guy like myself, yeah, bit of a pixel hunt. Alright, let's get that off there. I'm gonna plop her back in here where she belongs. Everything's green and happy. Finally put this thing back. Ooh, she looks nice. Grab that. that, that, and that. I'm gonna replace them all. Fuse box, we'll deal with in a minute. Right. Go ahead and exit out. Let's do that. And because I don't think any of these are repairable, but we'll try. At least a few of them are. We'll go ahead and put those in. Saved us a little bit of time. So, reservoir we can get from here. Battery's going to be over in electrical. We'll get the gearbox back on here in a minute. I want to get the rest of the stuff in the engine compartment first. Doesn't seem to be much. And again, it's an older car, so we'll be missing some of the modern conveniences, so to speak. Okay. Yeah, let's get that fuse box taken care of. Okay. Type A. 3 relay type A's. 2 fuse type C's. A type C. Fuse box cover. You. Relay B. Fuse type B. I think we needed just one. Yeah. Fuse box base. There we go. Whenever you do these restorations, never ever ever trust the fuse box. Okay, so now we've got everything, should be everything in the engine compartment. Go ahead and fill up the fluids on everything. And get me back up there. There we go. Looking spiffy. Got all our fluids topped up. Close that up. Gearbox on, and then we'll move on with the rest of the build. We'll get the starter on after that, and then we'll work on probably getting the fuel system and the fuel system, exhaust, and then suspension. And then we'll do the alignment and all that jazz later on. Yeah, we should just have that in there. Okay. Fuel tank. Oh, it's actually got a pump in it. Darn. Now the pump's going to be performance parts, but the tank isn't. Okay. Good to go on that. And like I said, we're going to do the exhaust. We're going to get the rest of the one camera. Gonna nuke all those in assembly mode. I'm going to get all that from the performance shop. Okay. Threw me off for a second. I was like, why are there four? And it's like, oh yeah, the connections from the exhaust to the engine are custom parts. Well, they're not custom. They're different parts physically from each other. Get and there. Good to go. Now, check the part quality. We're at 82%, so hell of a lot better than when we started. Almost down the wrong pipe there. Sorry. Anyway. So, on with the show. We're gonna take the tires back off in the back here, and then we're going to completely take apart the rear suspension, fix up what we can, buy what we can't, and go from there. Ahead of myself there, trying to click on things I can't take apart just yet. Some of this looks like we might be able to salvage this, which is good. Anything, or salvage in my terminology, meaning we're keeping. But the game, for some reason, thinks salvage is they're going to be tearing it apart for scrap. So, just a little clarification there. Cap, bring the other cap. Go. Go. This all apart now. Alright, let's go see what we can fix up. Okay. I'm going to be going into focus mode on this stuff, so I may not be very talkative. The more we're able to fix up here, the less we're going to have to end up ordering. Alright, so how'd we end up? Not bad. Not bad at all. Very few parts we have to order. I think that's one of the best results we've had on a car build in a while. Whew, okay, hopefully we get that kind of luck on the front. If we do, we're gonna be in good shape with this car. This is a learning episode, you know? Gotta keep that in mind. Not just learning for you guys, but learning for me too. You know? Why do I still have... Rebel. Okay, come on. Don't need the muffler parts. So, 2 rear shock absorbers. Brake pads. 2 rubber bushings. Those are never repairable. In fact, they're actually seen more as a consumable on most cars. Shock caps. Couple of brake discs for good measure. And 2 rear springs. And that was a long shopping list, wasn't it? Got that in place. Let's get the drive shaft installed. Put that other one in. We have all the rubber bushings accounted for. Together nicely. Cool. We just need to get the other side put back together and then we're good to go. on this end. Nice. Okay, that's one completely rebuilt rather. Rear end. So let's get these front tires off, and we'll do the same for this part, or this part of the car, and then we'll basically be done with the restoration, except for just a few little extras. Alright. Come on. There you go. At least this time we won't have to worry about the double wishbone suspension part, because we built brand new ones earlier in the episode. Get these bushings out of the cross member. This side torn apart. Come on out. Yeah, all that extra work we did trying to get the wheels on earlier is gonna pay off in here in a minute, because they'll save us from having to buy a bunch of parts. We're gonna try to see how many of these we could fix up, just like we did with the rear suspension. I love to see it. Look at that. That's going to save us so much on the rebuild. Alright, got our shopping list. Let's do this. 2 vented brake discs. 5 rubber bushings doesn't sound right, but if we need more, we can always get more. Hubcap. Brake pads. Oh, I think I know where I hecked up. Remember when I stopped briefly there, and what was thought which one I yeah. I'm pretty sure everybody else probably already figured it out by now too. But remember when I said 5 rubber bushings and I was like, that doesn't seem right. That's probably why. All right, throw this thing together, shall we? Hey, this little car has been quite a little adventure. Learning some new things. Like I said, I don't hate the car. I just got frustrated at, trying to find that one little part that was hanging up the whole works. Got a little flustered, but like I said, I don't know if I'm going to edit that out or not. Probably not, but I may take that section and speed it up and put a caption on it. Maybe if I could find some halfway amusing music to, like, royalty-free stuff to put in there to, because I think if I put the Jeopardy theme on there, I'll get DMCA'd to death. Because, no fun allowed. Especially when it comes to music. Okay. Got thrown together. Get over there. Thank you. At least I was able to catch that thing with the bushings early, so it didn't become a problem. There we go. 100% on everything. Yay. Alright, let's get you over to the alignment rack. Get the headlights and the wheels aligned, and then we'll move on. I'll head right straight over to the dyno. I'm curious to see what kind of numbers this thing's going to throw out there. I'm not expecting like ridiculous numbers, but I would say I'm hoping for at least a 50-ish, maybe 60% increase. That's what we tend to get out of these older cars. All right, time for the fun part. One of the fun parts. So 265 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque. Not bad numbers for a 60-year-old car. 60-ish. I'd drive it if I knew how to drive a manual. Which, sadly, I don't. I know. Sheltered American lifestyle, what can I say? I got what I wanted. 421 horsepower, 408 pound-feet of torque. 59% and 57% increase respectively. I'll take it. Move you outside. You see the other two we showed you earlier. Alright, let's go over to the speed track. I want to see how fast this thing can go. Once we get it back, we'll do screenshots. And then we'll... Oh, right, I was like, dude, I'm on the wrong side of the freaking car, and I realized it's not an American car. Come on, grip, you bastard. Seriously? Guess so. $108 mph. Not great, but not bad. Alright, let's get some screenshots and then we'll call it. Beautiful. Now, since I blew all that money on buying the Jaguars and a bunch of other cars for future content, we're going to probably end up selling this one. As pretty as it is, as much as I would like to keep it, we're going to have to part ways, unfortunately. So, bought it for 18, given there wasn't much left. I mean, we started with almost nothing in terms of body panels, and the condition was just garbage. You can see all the numbers for the parts, the condition bonus. 91.8, almost 92,000. I'll take that. I'll take that any day of the week. Yay, made some money. So for next time, we are going to be doing this one, which is the Jaguar XJS. And yeah, this one's not quite in so bad a shape. It is actually on its own 4 wheels already. As you can see, she's going to have a fair bit of work behind... Or, we got ahead of... brain to work here. It's been a long day. We're going to have quite a bit of work ahead of us. There. I'll just leave it at that. So, anyway, I appreciate you watching. Make sure you hit that subscription button, and we're going to be going through the rest of the Jaguar DLC. We've got 3 more cars. We've got this one and the 2 sitting outside. The other 2 sitting outside should be pretty much a breeze because they're already decent shape. This one, it's gonna need, like I said, it's gonna need more than the coat of paint. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.